What is going on, guys? Back with another video. So we've all seen how bullish Cronos has been performing over the past few days. This is just continuing to surge. It is actually on a little bit of a correction. This went to nearly $13 billion in market cap, and it is currently around 10.5 billion. But ultimately, guys, this has been very bullish for crypto overall, in particular for the layer one sector, because there are some very good layer one cryptos which I think are very cheap. And in today's video, we're going to cover some layer ones which are obviously high caps, but they can still give you some decent returns, guys, right? If you're looking for 100x, then this isn't the video for you. But if you're looking for potential 5, 10, even potentially a bit more, then you should stick around and see some of these projects, guys, because I do think we're going to see layer one start to take off, and then we will also see the money flow come down towards the mid caps and also the lower caps within the layer one sector, guys. So the first one, obviously, we've got Cronos, has been on a massive surge, so I do not recommend to FOMO into this now. Currently over $10 billion in market cap, guys. And now you've got a lot of the community saying for this to potentially, pull off a BNB slash Solana style run. Obviously, you've got Solana, which is 115 billion, and you've got BNB, which is over 120 billion, guys. So, Cronos, it's not going to flip Solana or BNB. The question is can it do a 10x, right? Around a 10x, you're talking, that would be over 100 billion in market cap. So in my opinion, that is very unlikely. I think a 10x is going to be difficult. Now, if you look around the $50 billion market cap level, I do think that is more possible. But again, it all depends on how much, how sustainable Cronos is. Can they continue with these developments, or is this just going to have a massive decline? But ultimately, very strong for this project, and I think this is one which, if you're looking for potential 5x, this could be a good play. But I do think there are better returns in layer ones, which is coming in the next project in the form of Say, guys. Right now, Say, this one is under 2 billion. For me, this is currently the best layer one high cap in the market, right? I think the upside with this is amazing. I think this can pull off a 10x. I think it can even go higher, easily a 5x, and I think a 10x is also very easily achievable, guys. A 10x would still be under $20 billion in market cap, which would put this at literally still smaller than Cardano, right? And no one even uses Cardano anymore. So for me, Say is the best risk to reward. For me, this can easily do a 10x. This is one of the best overall layer ones. Massive use case. It's extremely fast. Obviously, with Sai Giga, as we've seen the upgrades, latencies come down, the speeds improved as well. It's really cheap. It's got a growing ecosystem, and this is still early, right? You've obviously seen my other videos when I cover some of the projects on the Say ecosystem, and I still think that there is a good opportunity within Sai and also for the project built on the chain, whether that's DeFi, whether it's gaming, AI, memes. There is a big opportunity coming for this chain, guys, and you can get positioned into some of these projects. But if you don't want to take that risk and you just want a potential 5 to 10x, even more, this is one of the best layer ones, guys, right? You've all seen how bullish the news has been, the partnerships, some huge backers, and you can see the wallets, especially when you look at gaming, guys. You all know I'm a big fan of gaming. This is going to be one of the main chains when it comes to gaming. Massive improvements. You're seeing the amount of wallets increase, and overall they're just continuing to perform. You can see here also Sai potential ETF come in as well, and it's just really bullish, guys. And for me, this is definitely one of the best options. All the on-chain metrics are really strong as well. TVL in terms of the DeFi is really strong. DEX volume, the amount of transactions, the amount of wallets, everything is looking good for this project, guys. Obviously, it's still down over 70% from all-time high. And this is one which is still at good levels, right? Obviously, you could have bought this when it was under $1 billion, but it's still at good levels, guys. So if you're looking for a 10x, this can give you that, in my opinion, guys. Of course, not financial advice. The next one, we're going to go a little bit higher in market cap, or quite a lot higher. We are going to go similar to a market cap of Cronos and Sui. We are looking at avax, and this is a project that I currently hold as well. And I still believe that this hasn't put in its major rally, right? So currently $10 billion in market cap, guys. And this is a project that I really see a lot of similarities when you think of Solana. And ultimately, it is around 10 times smaller than Solana, right? This is really undervalued. You can see in terms of, the on-chain metrics, TVL is really strong. This is a top 10 chain in terms of TVL. And still, when you consider that the all-time high TVL for this was nearly 12 billion, there's still a long way to go, guys, right? And this is a project which a lot of different projects are building on. They've got a massive ecosystem within different sectors, especially gaming. You've also got AI, you've got meme coins, you've got DeFi, you've got RWA, DePIN. So there's a lot of potential even in AVAX. If you are looking for, from this point on, potentially, I would say a 5x, maybe 5, 6, 7x. Again, for me, I'm not going to be waiting for a 10x with this because I think my average is around $6 or $7. So I'm still holding this, and I still think from here it can do potential of a 5 or 6 or even 7x, guys, right? It could also do a 10x, but I am not going to be waiting for those levels because, I got in pretty early into this project, and, it's always important to take profit. So that would be the next one to definitely pay attention to if you want some, decent, humble returns. It's one to, definitely keep on your radar. Also with AVAX as well, we've seen here the filing for a potential AVAX ETF with the SEC. So there's just huge news going with AVAX, guys. So, make sure to, pay attention. And the next one, SUI, again, it would not be complete a layer one ranking without this. This is one of the strongest layer ones. Now, if you're getting in now, guys, you are pretty late. You could have got into this when it was, under $1, but currently $12 billion in market cap, very close to all-time highs. But if, again, you're looking for a 5, 6, 7x, this is one which can potentially do well. Even a 10x, guys, I don't think is impossible, but you have to remember that people are going to take profits along the way. Again, when you look at the on-chain metrics, look at the TVL, very similar to something like AVAX, also similar market cap. This is one which is continuing to grow. You can see it's putting in all-time highs in terms of every single metric. And, the ecosystem is also growing very fast as well. Different sectors, you've got AI, you've got memes, gaming, RWA. But you're still early, right? So if you want the plays on the chain, go for the ecosystem plays because those are obviously going to have more upside. But as a project, as a layer one, this is definitely one of the best layer ones you can get into. It can still give you some decent returns, just obviously not those crazy returns. If you're looking for, 20, 30, 40, 50x, then you're going to have to come down the list, guys. But overall, another extremely solid project, massive backers, massive partnerships, and it's one that is going to do really well. Obviously, when you look at SUI, I like to look at something like Say as the, similar to SUI, and it's a lot smaller, right? It's around 6 times smaller than SUI, and I think this SAI is definitely one of the better options you can get into. The next one, guys, we are going over to Aptos, and this is a layer one that a lot of people don't really talk about. This sort of goes under the radar. $3 billion market cap, so it's smaller than your likes of your Cronos, your AVAX, your SUI, and a lot smaller than something like Solana and BNB. You're talking like, 30, 40 times smaller than the likes of Solana and BNB. And this is another one which is showing a lot of strength on every single on-chain metric. Again, this is, I think, currently ranked number 11 in terms of TVL. And you can see it's just been on a massive upwards growth. And when you look at the DEX volume, when you look at the transactions, the wallets, everything is going up with this as well. Not the fastest chain out there, but it does have a very good, varied use case across different sectors. You can see here, gaming, DeFi, DEXs, NFTs, scalability. Aptos is the blockchain network with everything you need to build your big idea. And, big partners behind this as well, good use case. And it's one which also does have a good sized ecosystem, and it is continuing to grow as well. And I do like some of the projects on the Aptos chain. I think they're going to perform very well. So yeah, guys, this is another one to, definitely keep on your radar as well. Could be another one which does potentially get filing for an ETF. I'm not too sure if it has already, but I really do like Aptos. Not as bullish as something like Say, but this is still a very good level. And I think, again, this could also give you a potential 5 to 10x, a very solid layer one, and, doesn't get the credit it deserves. And the final one on the list, guys, we're going to go a little bit smaller in market cap. We're going to have a look at Injective. And this is another one which I do really like. This one is a bit of an older project, but it is one that at 1.3 billion, I do think has good upside. I think this can give a potential 10x. And, it's not at a bad level either, right? 1.3 billion in terms of its all-time high, you're still looking at around 70 to 80% away. And this one is a little bit different. This sort of tailors more towards finance, the blockchain built for finance. So, it does have a use case in that as well. It's pretty fast. It has a good ecosystem. It's got some good backers behind it as well. And, overall, it could be a good play. Not as bullish as some of the other layer ones, but I do think it can definitely give some good returns, right? Something else which is interesting as well, you can see here, breaking news, the SEC has officially opened the comment period on the proposed staked Injective ETF. ETF from Canary Capital. So we could also potentially in the future get an injective ETF, which will be extremely bullish, guys. And this also has some massive backers behind it. And I do think this could be one which does have a nice rally. So yeah, there you go, guys. There are some layer one altcoins, high caps, which I think still have good upside. Of course, I included Cronos, but I wouldn't recommend to FOMO into this. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. What other high cap layer ones are you bullish on that you think can give a 5 to 10x? If you enjoyed the video, guys, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the next video.